One of the coolest and most fascinating things about studying and playing music is the fact that no matter how long you study music, there is always an infinity of new things to explore and learn. Yet I hear from musicians all the time who come in for lessons at my studio. I feel like I am in a rut with my playing. Often this is a pentatonic rut as far as soloing or as far as chords, they're using the same chords over and over again. Now, one of the early strategies I used to get myself out of these ruts was to learn and play music on a different instrument. For example, I would learn a saxophone line or a piano line or a trumpet line and get the phrasing and sound as close to the sound of it was on that instrument as I could. Exploring music from other parts of the world had the most profound impact and change in my playing. And after 30 years of playing guitar and playing music, this exploration of music from other cultures and other parts of the world inspired me to study and practice more than ever. You know, even after most players might think, well, I've learned all there is to learn, I'm gigging all the time, well, there's still an infinity of things out there that you can explore and learn. Indian music in particular, I found fascinating because it has an immensely complex rhythmic structure and a very different melodic viewpoint than Western music. In Indian music, there is, as opposed to Western music, which has, if you break it down, it's basically major and minor scale, and there are modes and there's harmonic minor, and there are several variations there, but if you look at the Indian music in the ragas, which are basically scales, you have a very long list. And in Western music, one thing that gives it a variety of mood and emotion are the chords that are played. You might have a C chord, a C major chord, a C major 7, a C minor 7, C minor 9, and those all evoke different emotions and moods. Whereas in Indian music, there's generally, I'm talking about traditional and classical, not so much Bollywood and pop, but there is just a drone note. That's the background. It would be a drone of, say, if we were in C major, I'll use C major as an example, the drone will be a C and possibly a G, so the 1 and the 5. And that will drone, and then the melody is playing over, the drone is like a static thing, it's not a harmonic progression at all, so it just evokes maybe just a sense of calmness or a sense of focus. And it's the melody that has the immense amount of variations, like the chords in Western music, that you can play with. So especially for soloing and lead guitar, exploring these ragas can be very valuable to just get different feelings out of what you're playing. So what I'm going to explore today is the raga or Raga Jog, and I'm going to do it in C major, align it with the key of C major, compare it, and use the C major scale in Western music as the point of departure to exploring Raga Jog. So let's do a quick side-by-side comparison of the major scale and Raga Jog. So the major scale is this: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Here's Raga Jog. Starting on the C, still the root. There's no D. It takes the 2 out. No D. So I usually start with my third finger when I'm doing it in this position. But C, E flat. E has the minor third and the major third. Very cool possibilities there. And it also gives a blues scale sound. Especially here when we had the F, it does have the 4. So C, E flat, E, F, G. It does have the 5. Now we're not going to play the 7, we're going to play the flat 7. Just B flat. C. So again, C, starting on the 5th string root, 3rd fret, C, E flat, E, F, G. All those notes on the 4th string. 1st, 2nd, 3rd fret, 5th fret. But don't just copy the pattern. Try to use the major scale if that's your point of reference, and find the notes that you need to find to play Raga Jog or any other scale raga you're playing. So that's it. Major scale again. Now Raga Jog, very, very different feel. And then you can really start to explore the fretboard by finding that same scale in the next octave. So I'm just going to go through it. I'm going to start on the C that I ended on before. Now I have to search for my E flat. So the E flat is on the second string, 4th fret. C, E flat, E, second string again, F, G. So the C is on the 3rd string, 5th fret. The E flat, E, F, and G are all on the 2nd string. Now, I'm going to skip the B. I'm not going to play the 7th, the B. I'm going to play the flat 7. So that's B flat. So I look for the nearest place I can find a B flat. Now to keep the scale kind of moving up and down the strings, I'm going to go to the 1st string, 6th fret, 8th fret. I get another octave of it.